Naughty Dog is no stranger to remakes. Outside of Nintendo, this might possibly be the company that has seen their products redone the most. These can be done by Naughty Dog themselves, like the Last of Us Remastered for the PS4, the Last of Us Part 1 remake, or even the Legacy of Thieves Collection. They can also be done by third-party studios like Vicarious Visions, who did Crash Bandicoot N Sane Trilogy, or Bluepoint, who did the Nathan Drake Collection. After looking at all of these titles, we're only left with 3 games in the Uncharted series that haven't seen a remake: Fight for Fortune, Fortune Hunter, and Golden Abyss. Uncharted Fortune Hunter was a mobile game developed by PlayStation Mobile, which was recently just shut down and can now only be played offline. Fight for Fortune was a turn-based deck-building game co-developed by Bend exclusively on the Vita. However, most importantly, and why I went down this rabbit hole, is why haven't they remade Uncharted Golden Abyss? Uncharted Golden Abyss was developed by Bend and released only for the PlayStation Vita in North America in 2012, and it features a prequel story to Uncharted Drake's Fortune. Even though Golden Abyss was developed by Bend, it was still overseen by Naughty Dog, which means that it featured everything that the series had been known for, including mechanics and Nolan North. Unfortunately, Golden Abyss has been trapped on the Vita since its release over a decade ago, and if there's a chance of a remake, it would likely be done by one of 3 studios: Bend, Naughty Dog, or Bluepoint. The thing about Golden Abyss is that it wasn't a watered-down version of Uncharted just to capitalize on the name to sell more Vitas. This clearly gave Sony faith in Bend, as their next true project after Golden Abyss was Days Gone in 2019. A game that might not have reviewed as well as it could have, but displayed that Bend is capable of making AAA games, including the Horde technology and the gorgeous Pacific Northwest open world. Bend has been fairly quiet since Days Gone released in 2019, although they've been keeping busy with plenty of updates to the game. According to Bloomberg, Bend pitched Days Gone 2 to Sony but was declined, instead was shifted elsewhere, including what was rumored to be a new Uncharted project. Eurogamer also reported on this that the Uncharted project was a new entry in the series and possibly a prequel, which sounds a lot like Golden Abyss. We are currently on the 10-year anniversary of the game, but it doesn't seem like the type to just get surprise released, especially when The Last of Us Part 1 is coming out in September and The Last of Us multiplayer is in deep development. In 2017, Naughty Dog's chief of communication said that there was no reason that Golden Abyss couldn't happen, which is better than saying it never will happen, but the reason that Naughty Dog has given before for leaving it out of the Nathan Drake collection was that it was too far out of the narrative arc that the first 3 mainline games had, but I would argue that Nathan's origin story would be just as integral to the series. The other very small possibility is that Bluepoint is working on a remake of Golden Abyss that would be in line with the caliber of remake that they have done in the past. Bluepoint is now owned by Sony, which would make sense for Sony to want a new entry in a very popular franchise. In an interview with IGN shortly after the acquisition, the head of Bluepoint said that original content is what is ahead for the studio. Our next project, we're working on original content right now. That's the next step in the evolution for us. It was also noted that the team is around 100 people, which is big enough to be working on separate projects, but seems very slim. What we know is that Bluepoint has said that they're working on original content, but the studio could also be working on a version of Golden Abyss. Bend has publicly said that they are working on a new IP that includes multiplayer and builds upon the open world systems of Days Gone. Naughty Dog is working on The Last of Us Part 2 standalone multiplayer mode, but it's unlikely that their whole studio is working on that, so there is a small possibility that they could be. But as of right now, it seems that chances of Uncharted Golden Abyss coming back anytime soon are very slim.